Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Emmett, and this is all the work that I did for the Wheeljam, a game jam based on a game mechanic that's hard to explain, esoteric, and also bad. This is me just busting out a little wizard guy because we decided to have our game star a little wizard man. I also painted and sculpted some bad guys in tilt brush, but they didn't make it into the final cut because we ran out of time. So I duplicated some of the skin geometry that I made, and then I just used the grow tool to scale it up and push it out and turn that into a little jacket for him. Then I extruded his kind of coat downwards, and then I had to paint all of that, which was kind of a pain, but we got through it. We got there. I duplicated the top of his head for the hat also, which is why the geometry on the very tip of his hat is a little wonky. It comes together in a weird way because of the quads. Oh yeah, I also gave him a gnarled staff and a spell book, which were also never used, but maybe I can use them later. I don't know, I still have this little guy. I could make him go on adventures or something. I realize now I said paint, I mean weight paint, to associate the different vertices of the model of the mesh with the different bones of his armature. That's what that green triangle tab is over on the right in Blender. I spent way too much time on his staff. So here I'm texture painting him. I started out going for a CMYK color palette, and that kind of informed the rest of the color choices in the environment too. I started building out this little story about how you were in the Shadow Wizard Money Gang and all your colors were CMYK, and that the RGB crew came in and broke in and started messing up your stuff. Oh, I put positive messages on the inside of his hat. That's a secret. Because sometimes you're just a little wizard and you want to feel better. Sometimes you need a reminder to drink water and change your socks. And so he has that embroidered around the rim of his hat. Yeah, here I am rigging up his face because I didn't want to sculpt his face or do anything like that, so I just drew little angy faces or scared faces or whatever and slapped that on a transparent pane on his head. Easy peasy. Yeah, so all of his, he has 3 different planes that just kind of hover inside of his face, and 3 different bones, one for each expression, and they all just get scaled up to the place where his face is when they get animated. Yes, animation. Thrilling. Moving individual bones at individual times. Trying to make something look good. For this little wizard, this is one of the first times I made like a really chunky animation on purpose because I was using oh yeah, I also recorded a music track a cappella. I used constant interpolation, which is to say that it just moves to where I tell it to when I tell it to. It doesn't do any kind of easing between the 2 points. So it looks more choppy and like hand-drawn animation. I'm going to be editing some cuts into this because it's not actually that much fun to watch someone animate something for as long as it takes to animate something. Even at 30 times time lapse, it's pretty boring. Okay, so this is fun. I paint cardboard at the community center for kids to play D&D, so I took pictures of the little castle walls that I'd painted, and I brought them into GIMP, which is the most unfortunately named software application to date. They keep having patch notes, and I keep wondering, like, hey, do you guys fix the name yet? No? Oh, okay. Okay, so to get all these pictures to fit in, I cropped all the different pictures I took, and I scaled them down to basically multiples of 2. So I had long walls that were fitting in like 1024 by 2048. And I had, oh yeah, and I was telling my partner about Carnival for a little bit there. That's why I was looking at Carnival. Old coin-op game. Yeah, I put some solid colored gradients down here just because that's a good thing to have. I was thinking I was going to make like acid bubbles or terrain or something, but that wasn't ever used. So I started mapping these textures onto 3D models, and then I thought, it was looking cool, but I already had 3D models because I photo scanned these things earlier. So I was thinking, it needs more style. I don't know how to make this have more style. And then I realized I do know how to make it have more style because I've got a new Pixa tool, because I downloaded a giant pack of really cool pixel art utilities when they were in a giant bundle sale on Itch. So I decided to stick with that like CMYK color scheme, and I made my own palette and made it all CMYK at varying brightnesses. And I took my photos and applied that color scheme to them and made them really crunchy and pixelated. And I think that had a really cool effect. Oh, and here I am taking one of the textures that I painted, and I'm trying to make it tile without an edge. So it had a utility that turns it into a seamless texture on the internet. And I'm making it crunchy. And then I decided to make it only yellow and fuchsia to make it look different from the buildings. Made some grass textures. I also tried to make those seamless, but those didn't work for some reason. They had big seams in it, and unfortunately the final game has a big seam right across the play space. Alright, fast forward, I'm bored. This is super uber fast time lapse. Oh yeah, nice. I made some little some ribbon flags. That looked great. Didn't end up using that texture. Ended up wasting time. The houses I used, the crates I did not. But they are there. warp speed time lapse again. Yeah, this is me making houses and then duplicating them, retexturing them, and then scattering them about so it looks like a proper keep where people live. And I was trying to make that stall, and don't try and fit your sculpts to a texture. It's bad. It's a waste of time. It won't work. Big fans of Cody's Shody. Yeah, here I am scooting around, putting staircases places. Right, so first I had to fix these guys. These 3 character models weren't used because there wasn't time to implement them. But I still have these characters, and I made them. So that's something. Just kind of weight painting them so they don't look like they're breaking in half whenever they bend at the waist. So I made these guys in tilt brush, and then I exported them and brought them over, and then gave them a unique skeleton, and some of them I did with automatic weights, and some of them I hand weighted. This guy was hand weighted because his mesh was weird, and Blender was selecting geometry to weight and attach to the different bones in a weird way. But none of these guys were used, so I'll just show you. There was a skelly man, and then there was like a tree beard looking thing. But he kind of looked like a weed leaf, and I gave him a big chunky necklace that said RGB. Before I realized that doing it in Inkscape was probably the best call, I built a little bit of a wheel in Blender and then scrapped it. And here is the finished game. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. And like and subscribe. If you're a wolf, hit the bell.